Here's a kickoff. Love, Radice, and Poppleton are back deep to receive as it's going to go right back down the middle, and Steve Love will take it at the 7-yard line up across the 20, 25, and hit and brought down there at the 25-yard line while Paul makes the tackle.
Good coverage by the Tornado. They're fired up, and it's good for us.
And he will have Jason Dunn in the backfield. And in motion goes John Radice. And the handoff will go to Radice across the 25 to the 27 plus. And Radice. Again, the Tigers. 2 men in the backfield with a slot to the left side. Receivers split to either side. Here's King. He's looking to throw his first pass and fires out in the flat. Has a man open. It's Brinkley. And Brinkley has yardage close, if not short of the first down. 2 for the Tigers. And Radice goes in motion as flags fly, and I guess they had too many guys going that way, Mike.
It sure appeared they had too many men moving. We're going to see what happens, and we're going to see who's going to get called on.
Offside against Butler, so they're going to say that Vardy came over the line. The lone setback is Radice. And in motion to the left comes Poppleton. Here's King, and he hands off up the middle to Radice, who finds a big hole off the right side out of midfield and continues to dipsy doodle across the Butler 45 and down to the 43-yard line.
That's one of those plays that absolutely drives you crazy when you're coaching, because they're set up in trips to the right side. They put their intention.
Again, the lone setback, Radice, and in motion to the right is Radice. Actually, the handoff goes to Steve Love, and Love gets 6 or 7 yards inside the 40 to the 37. And in motion is Ross to the left side, crosses behind. Butler looks a little confused. King back to pass. He's looking for Ross. Takes the pass out to him, and he's dropped as he catches it at the 33, and it may be yardage very close to, if not, a first down for NA. And you're right, the lone setback and receivers to either side. Now this is Ross in motion, and King's going to pitch it back. Pitches it to Poppleton, and Poppleton will get yard maybe 2, close to the 30. Now 2 backs in the backfield, and to the right side goes Radice. Here's King looking for the quick pass, and the quarterback option finds a hole in the middle of the 35-45. 1 man to beat. Gets away from Pugliese, and he has to have help from Andy Bolts, but he gets the first down at the 20-yard line of Butler.
Tough play for Doug Pugliese. He was in great position when King cut back. He
ends for Butler. First and 10, NA at the Butler 20-yard line. They trail by 7. Poppleton in motion to the left side. Here's King again, and the cross he gives to Radice. Nice hole up the middle. He's at the 10, at the 5, and down at the 3-yard line. Pugliese saves the touchdown. Nice running play.
And it sure looks like the old NA, doesn't it? I mean, the same type of ball.
Setback is Steve Love with Radice and Poppleton on the corners. And Poppleton comes to the left side, and it's going to be Love. He's hit the backfield, gets up, and drives close to the goal line. His knee went down at the 1, but he was hit like back at the 4 and bounced away. It's a goal from the 1-yard line. Double setback, and King on the keeper gets in for the touchdown, and the Tigers are on the board.
I'm surprised there's not a penalty in that, because single setback, whenever King got started,
King will hold, and Ross to attempt the points. You got 2 quarterbacks back there. Anything can happen. A low snap, but King gets it down. Ross gets it up, and it's good. We're tied at 7 with 7:28 to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back right. That's Sturge's first quarter, and they've tied it at 7. Butler will get another chance as Justin Ross is set to kick off. Back deep is Brian Donahue, the speedster, along with Greg Stewart and Matt Collins. And they're going to kick it on the ground. It's going to be taken by Wild Paul at the 23, at the 30, 35, puts his head down, and that's about as far as he'll go.
Good return by Wild. The ball was a low-line drive type kick. You always worry about that thing, because
receivers to either side. Here's Nye to pass again, and it's almost picked off, but it's tipped into the air and caught by Karen Goal at the 38. It'll be a pickup of 2, but that could have been 6 the other way. Wow, we got 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. Again, the I formation. The pitch goes to Vardy, and he looks for a hole, and it's going to get stuffed behind the line of scrimmage back at the 36-yard line. Good penetration time. 2 receivers to the right side. Here's Nye back to pass. Rolling, looking downfield. Has a man wide open. It's Karen Gola, and he may be right at the first down marker at the 46-yard line. Nye and Greg Stewart to the right. Here's Nye. And that one never got started as the officials stop it. Somebody, a reputation built on recommendation. Give him a call at 282-3428 for carpet. Right formation. It's Pugliese in a slot. Miles split wide. Backs are split in the backfield. As Chad Nye's looking at the first and 4 and gives it to Savannah, who'll get maybe a yard. And he got a yard, Mike. He's to the right. Second down with a long 4 yards to go. And NA again jumps offside, and that'll give Butler a free one.
If he's offside, it's just by maybe his face mask.
Broke the plane. I don't know. That was very good either. Here comes the Tornado now. Bugley's right side in the slot, and then he's going to get the ball on the handoff and go nowhere.
And I don't really think the way NA is playing their defense right now that anything is...
In an I formation for the Tornado. Here's Chad Nye rolling left and looking, throws the ball downfield to two receivers, overthrows them both at the 35, and actually had a couple open guys there. They're down a long 10 yards to go. Bugley's, that's Wild Paul on the slot to the left side. I formation, receiver split to the left, and Paul will come in motion to the right side. Nye back to pass, setting up the screen. Gets it to Savannah, who had blockers, and he couldn't find the ball.
Perfect setup. Nice.
Doug Brinkley is back deep to receive for the Tigers. It's a good snap. Here comes the rush, and he just gets that kick away. And it'll go out of bounds in NA territory at the 25, so that's where the Tigers will start when we come back right after this message. Here come the Tigers again, off the double wing, and they hand it off to Love, who finds a big hole and then almost breaks it. If it's not for R.J. Brinkle at the 33, that could have been a long gainer to the wrong place. Okay, the lone setback again, Steve Love. Eric King, the quarterback for the Tigers, and here they come. Second down, very short yardage, and King's going to give it to... Radissy's got it as he crosses the 35 to the 38, and that's a pickup of a first down.
Nice counter by Radissy. His knee...
Absolutely. The double wing set and the lone setback, Steve Love for the Tigers, and in motion comes Poppleton, and King's going to roll to the right side, looking to throw. Looking, here comes pressure, dumps it off, got a man open at Love at the 45, makes the cut, and gets to midfield. Boy, what a nice runner Love is. He makes a move and stops on a dime and goes the other way. Doug Brinkley split wide to the left side, and Justin Ross off to the left as well. In motion to the right is Radissy. First and 10, NA from midfield. And here's King. The handoff goes to Radissy, and he stopped right at midfield.
Good job that time.
And I don't know, I couldn't pick it in the backfield. Radissy and Love. Here's King to pass again. Looking right, throws downfield, got a man wide open inside the 40, breaks the tackle with the 35, and then is struck down inside the 30 at the 29-yard line.
And actually, King had a choice that time of two receivers who were wide open
in the slot on a wing to the left. The double wing set again, and Radissy in motion to the right. Here's King keeping it on the option at the 25, inside the 20, and down to the 19-yard line. Another first down for NA. It depends on the mark, but it's pretty close.
And the Tornado, not
Justin Ross to the left side. King's calling him in. In motion is Radissy, and the handoff goes to Love, finds a big hole up the middle, inside the 15, still on his feet, and close to the 10-yard line goes Steve Love, who is elusive. Seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, it's Steve Love, the lone setback with a double wing set. In motion is Radissy to the right, and firing through is R.J. Brinkle, and drops King back at the 16-yard line for a loss of 5. The second quarter, NA with the ball, second down and 14 from the Butler 15. Radissy in motion to the right side, and King has dropped straight back to pass, throws over the middle, and it was almost picked off there by Aaron Sloboda. Intended for Justin Ross, and really the pass was not thrown. And again, the double wing set with Love, the lone setback, and in motion is Poppleton. And they're going to try the reverse, and this is going to go to Radissy. Butler middle, just tackles at the 10, puts his head down and drives close to the 5-yard line. Again, Butler missing tackles before Matt Collins comes over to drive him out at the 6. Look at this. Full out set for the Tigers. They hand off to Radissy, and Radissy gets close to the 1-yard line, which would be yardage good enough for the first down. But King was tackled at the handoff and almost handed it off to a Butler player, and there's an injured Tiger deal. Nye's over center. Sets his team and takes a snap. Savannah for a yard, maybe.
Whoa, well, I'll tell you, when you're operating that close to your own end zone, you have to be so careful.
Allegheny has been too. Here's the handoff to Vardy. Finds a hole, but only for 2 or 3 yards, and he gets to the 4-yard line.
So that looked like it was going to be a big gainer at first, because
when I formation, receiver to the right side, here's Nye to pass. Looking, throwing down deep for Morrow, and he's overthrown him at the 45. Actually,
I really wish that NA had picked that.
Lay will stand, and it may have been Tim that punted last time too, come to think of it. I don't think it was Stelfox. But here's Lay from 2 yards off the end line. And blocked it partially, and it's rolling upfield. It's taking a Butler roll, and will roll out across the 30 to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. So the Tigers, with the partial block, put themselves in great field position. Double backs again for the Tigers. Receiver to the left side as Eric King is under center looking to throw. Looking, fires downfield, has a man open. No. And it's short.
And that ball bounced in there.
Dustin Ross to the right side. 2 backs in the backfield, and Radissi comes in motion to the right. Eric King with 3rd down and long yardage, looking for a quick pass. Flags fly. He throws over the middle as a man wide open. It's Ross inside the 20 at the 15. Still moving, and down to the 13-yard line before Chris Morrow makes the tackle, but the flag is back in the backfield. Not a big gainer. The illegal procedure call against the Tigers will bring it back, and a big break for Butler there. Down at 15 for the Tigers. They'll take this one from their own 41-yard line, and here's King back to pass. Pressure's on, rolling left side. Up, gets a man open. It's Meyer, and he'll make it the catch at the 49 and actually lose 8 yards.
Boy, and you can see that coming from way out.
Back to punt. Looks like King. 4th down and a country mile for the Tigers. Low snap. King picks it up. That's kind of a history with North Allegheny and Butler. Carangola at the 15 comes to his left side, looks to find a hole, and is drilled at the 20-yard line. Not a bad return by Carangola, and the Tornado will start out in a little better field position when we come back with the score tied at 7. Right. Drops back to pass, and as he's tackled in the backfield, he's face masked, as you heard Mike say, and that'll be a big break for Butler because Nye was going to lose about 10 yards on that play. I don't know that they differentiate in high school. I think they're all 2 receivers to the right side, and here's Nye to pass again. Looking downfield, throwing the ball deep downfield, that's Brad Morrow, and it's picked off and dropped out of bounds. Brinkley had it picked off at midfield, and I think he dropped it as he went out of bounds. Receivers split to either side, I formation. 2nd down and 5 for Butler, and here's Nye to pass again under pressure, dumps the screen off to Savannah, who finds a little bit of room, ducks back up across 30, 35, at the 40, gets on the outside, and almost breaks the tackle, and gets out to the 44-yard line.
That play actually would have got for a lot more, Scott, and there was an official who was standing right in Matt's way when he went to cut in.
And Nye with a quick pass looking for Morrow, makes the catch at the 45, at the 50, back across into Tiger territory to the 49-yard line. Goes Brad Morrow to the right. Here's Nye again. This time he's going to give it to Barty in the backfield. He's going to be drilled and dropped at midfield for a loss of a yard. For a weak 10 on formation, the Tigers with 5 men down on the line of scrimmage, and here's Nye back to pass. Throws downfield, has Morrow open at the 42, and a flag flies as he catches the ball. Mike was a hit too early, or did Brad push off?
You know, I'm going to wait. They're calling the NA captain over, so we're calling some lineman downfield.
Somebody was downfield too far, and the official Butler from their own 45. Slot right formation, and Chad Nye back to pass again. Looking, throws out to the right side, has a man open. It's Tim Lay, but he overthrew him at the 42. It'll bring up a 4th down. And I think Tim Lay will say on his own that he hasn't punted tonight. Here he is with his 3rd opportunity, and this is a pretty good one. A spinner that'll roll inside the 20. It's going to be picked up and dropped by Brinkley, and he'll have to pick it up, and it's trouble. Breaks a tackle or 2 and heads upfield, gets to the 15. Butler with an opportunity to bury him deep, and will move the Tigers back to the 15-yard line.
Break that tackle.
It's Radissi and Love in the backfield with Poppleton on the wing to the right, and he goes to the left side, and here's King. And again, the handoff goes to Radissi up the middle, and he barrels forward to the 25. Mike, it looked like somebody was right there at the line of scrimmage. They just went right past him. Inside the lone setback is Steve Love on 3rd and inches. Poppleton in motion, the handoff to Love, has the 1st down and more, and Aaron Sloboda makes a nice tackle at the 32. Otherwise, he was off to the races.
You know, you always...
Double wing, 2 receivers. The lone setback is Love. Here's King to pass, looking, dumps it out over the middle, has a man open. And Brinkley will be driven out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Just a quick pop in on the field with their offense ever since, it seems. King takes a snap, and he rolls to his left side, pitches it back to Radice, and he'll lose maybe a yard, or only gain a yard. Nothing there that time for King. Third down and 3 for the Tigers. Poppleton in motion. The handoff goes to Love up the middle, and he's got the first down across the 43 to the 44. Doug Brinkley comes wide to the right. And Justin Ross in the slot to the right. Here's King on the quarterback option. Goes straight up the middle and runs right into a host of Golden Tornado. Only a gain of a yard close to the 44. Nothing off. Down to a minute and a half. Tigers with only 2 timeouts remaining. Taking a lot of time here. King to pass again. Here comes pressure from Barty, and he dumps it out. And it's incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:19 left. 19 to go first half for the Tigers, and they're going to take a timeout as they get to the line. And that may be one they're wasting. And here come the Tigers, third down and long, as Radice comes in motion to the right side, and King is back to pass. Looking, goes throwing downfield, and he overthrows Poppleton at the 40. They're discussing it right now, and they point at NA, and they're going to point at interference against the Tigers. Lots of down, so it'll be Butler with two guys back deep may not be coming real strong. But here's King to kick from his own 16-yard line, and he does. Gets away a spinning kick, and it's going to be taken by Morrow at the 40 of Butler. Comes upfield at the 45, trying to get out of bounds, and does. Now they keep the clock running at the 44. Both teams have trouble punting. All right, Butler with 1 minute to go, and all 3 timeouts. Chad and I throwing downfield, and he has an open Mike Carangola at the 48-yard line. That's a short 4. There are 2 Butler timeouts remaining. They did take one earlier. Receivers to the right side, and Nye back to pass again. Runs upfield, has an opening, looks to throw, and it's a wise thing he didn't, because he was over the line of scrimmage, and they get it to midfield, and Butler needs to somebody on a draw, you know. All right, here comes the Tornado with receivers split to either side. Go to Vardy up the middle and finds a hole inside the 35 and down to the 40. And Nye back to pass again. Looking, throwing down the field. Morrow makes the catch. Butler. That's big leg. What a great catch by Brad Morrow. Pulling the ball out there. With it. All right, here's Liparilla for the extra point. Morrow to hold. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 16 seconds left in the first half, Butler strikes quickly. It's 14-7. What a surprise. 2 touchdown passes tonight and on the 32-yarder.
Well, what they say, you know, if you have a good beginning, you better have a good ending. So
He approaches and gets the kick away. It's a squibber on the ground designed to lose the clock. It bounces over Love's head. It's going to be taken by Radice at the 10. Comes to the 15, the 20, and up to the 23-yard line where he's drilled and dropped. Nobody has any timeouts left, so first half action right after these timeouts. For tomorrow morning on WBUT, you can hear the replay of tonight's Knox-Bell Vernon game with Dave Bacon and Chris Curry, and we're waiting to get a call from either one of them and give you an update on the halftime score of that one. Then we'll have a final for the Knox game before we go off the air, but that'll be on tomorrow at 9:10 with the replay. And then, of course, next Friday night, back at Butler High Stadium. Here comes Liparillo, and we're set to go in the second half. And we were underway. A deep kick's going to drive Love back to the 7-yard line. And here he comes upfield across the 20. To the outside, breaks the tackle at the 25, heads up to the 30, and then out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Nice return by Steve Love.
you're exactly right. This guy is very difficult to bring down. I think what happens is
Scored with 16 seconds left in the first half to take the 14-7 lead. And here come the Tigers with Poppleton coming in motion to the left. And here's King on the pitch back. It's going to go back to that's Jason Dunn, and he's going to lose yardage big time back inside the 30 to the 28 to the left side. Radice and Poppleton on the wings, and Radice goes in motion to the right. Eric King is under center, takes the snap, looking to pass. Looks for the quick pass, looking, throws over the middle, and it's almost picked off by Pugliese, and he saw that one coming the whole time.
Yeah, great job by Doug Pugliese. Quick slant, 3-4 steps into downfield, and
It's got to get over there and cover. They only have one man covering two receivers for the Tigers.
Yeah.
King couldn't find it fast enough.
You know what? I think they took too long.
Maybe they did, but boy, no help on that.
He kept looking to his inside, looking to see where the extra.
Totally uncovered on the right side.
Got to pick him up. There's nobody out there.
Here's King, and he's looking, and he's throwing to that guy who was open, but he will not get yardage for the first down as Carangola comes up to make the hit. Corner, and he's the one that had the coverage. Here's the kick by King now on the punt. 4th down and 4, and he'll kick from his own 25-yard line. Morrow and Carangola are deep for the Tornado. It's a good spinning kick, and it's going to come to Morrow, and he makes a move at the 40, and he's going to be brought down there at the 42-yard line. So the Tornado will start out there leading 14-7, just underway here in the second half. When we come back right after this message. Butler on their first play from scrimmage throws the ball down on the ground and watches everybody else walk around the 39-yard line, just underway here in the third quarter. Backs in the backfield now. Poppleton coming in motion to the left side, and King on the handoff to Radissi into the middle, and he'll get 3 or 4 yards inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line.
North Allegheny going back to what worked for them in the first half, and that's they put the man in motion and counter back away from the motion.
7 to go for the Tigers. And here comes Radissi around to the right side, finds a hole and puts his head down, runs into Ben Cornaby inside the 30, or inside the 35-yard line. Again, a double wing set, the lone setback, Steve Love for the Tigers. Third down and a long 4, and in motion is Poppleton to the left. And here's King and the keeper, finds the hole and has the first down inside the Butler 30 and down to the 28-yard line. In the middle, the linebackers are Bolts and Morrow. Here come the Tigers again, and it's going to be Radissi, and he goes into the hole again. And inside the 25 down to the 21-yard line.
Radissi picked up an awful lot of Tornado tacklers as after he picked up about 6 yards, he was
split backs in the backfield with a receiver to the right side on second down and 4 for the Tigers. Here's King to pass, rolling right, looking, has a man open, throws downfield, it's caught inside the 10.
So they're going to give him the catch.
The catch is made, and it looked like he lost the ball as he came out close to the 13 where Brad Morrow hit him after Butler stopped him on their first drive of the half. A double wing set again, and in motion is Poppleton, Radissi to the right. He's got the ball, turns the corner, and gets down close to the 10-yard line. Somebody came in from behind to ride him down, tricolor territory. Jason Dunn now in the backfield for the Tigers. There's Radissi in motion, and King to pass. Looking, in trouble, throws downfield, has a man open, touchdown the pass to David Hilton. Now Hilton actually was stuffed up in the middle before King got rid of the ball, was stood up, and there was no help there for Chris Morrow. The 2-point conversion for the Tigers, and he throws the pass intended for Brinkley. It would have been the conversion good for 2, not. So Butler maintains the lead with 5:38 to go in the third. It's 14-13 Butler. We're back right after this. And that leaves Justin Ross to kick off with Brian Donahue deep for the Tigers. And it's a kick down the right side. It's going to be taken by Collins at the 13. Here comes Collins back into the middle across the 25 and drives forward to the 29-yard line. The 29-yard line. Here's Nye to pass again, which has been the offense for Butler. Scrambling around, looking for a place to go. Throws down to Barty open. He makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. Barty was out, and again, it's Savannah and Barty who've been literally unheard of. Here's Nye to pass, steps up into the pocket in trouble. Now tucks it away, and he's going to run it up across the 30, 35 still on his feet. And there's a clip, but Nye gets to the outside and gets up close to the 45-yard line, and there was a clip never called. No flag, and you have to give that all in the third quarter. Slot left, and here's Nye to pass. He's going to get it out tomorrow, makes the catch at midfield, tucks to the outside, and then puts his head down and drives to the 45, close to first down yardage.
It looks like now, from where they're spotting, it's going to be a first down. And 2 great plays
turn up, and Nye's going to take that 5 every time. Here's Morrow to the right, Nye to pass one more time, rolling right, throws over the middle for Morrow or Lay. I don't know who he was throwing to. They were both crossing at about the hash mark down from the 45. Here's Nye looking to pass, now has to tuck it away and runs forward to the 43-yard line.
You know, you start to wonder if that was a called play. It looked like it was run the whole way.
Third down and long. Surprised if Chad Knight does anything to pass here, and NA jumps over the line. A little anxious.
For Hilton, the linebacker, was shoved at his down lineman. I think maybe he was
It would be unlikely. High formation again, 2 receivers in the pattern for Butler. Here's Nye, and the pitch back goes to Barty on the reverse to Karen Golda, looking for a hole, and he'll lose yardage as he gets only to the 40 and maybe to the 39, and NA saw that one coming the whole way, Mike.
Yeah, there was nobody fooled in that play at all. Coach's call.
Tim Lay will punt to Doug Brinkley. Brinkley stands at his 10-yard line. Lay at his own 48. And the snap is a short snap to Barty. Butler trying to run the sneak, and Barty will not get the first down.
Of course, now he's parking back a yard from where I thought he was Tigers will start out there with just under 3 minutes to go here in the third. They trail by a point. In motion is Radissi to the right side, and here's King looking to pass. Now pitches it back. It's going to go to Love, who tries to turn the corner at good speed. Ducks back, but Matt Collins will catch him by the shirt as he tries to spin back inside. That'll pick up a convert. They've still done a great job. Double wing set on second down for the Tigers. In motion is Radissi. And the ball's going to go to Poppleton into the center. Butler saw that one coming. Good play by R.J. Brinkle to shut it down for little or no gain. Third down and a long 7 to go for the Tigers now from their own 40-yard line. Here comes King. He fires out here, and the pass is complete to David Hilton, short of the first down by about a yard at the 45. But they picked up a good chunk. Yeah, interesting. Got the lone setback is Steve Love. Well, now he's joined by Radissi on fourth down and a yard from the 45. King puts his head down, drives forward, and depending upon the spot, he's got the first down. And he had a lot of help, and I think he's got it by a yard. Almost the same play they ran for their touchdown. As soon as King takes the snap, he has two guys hitting him right in the middle of the back, 3 yards. That Cornaby's trying to get off the field, but now has to come back on. First and 10 NA at their own 47-yard line. Here's King, and he gives it off to Radissi, who turns the right-hand corner and drives forward and still drives inside Butler territory and down to the 42. Radissi with fourth quarter action right after these messages. To start the final quarter play, leading by a point, 14-13. Poppleton back in the game, goes in motion to the left side, and King to pass. Back to throw, looking, firing downfield, ball has Poppleton wide open. There's a flag down, and they're going to call Butler for interference. I believe you're right. It's not really that bad because of the penalty. The ball doesn't come down where the infraction took place, but from the line of scrimmage. Well, they're not going to call him for interference. And the lone setback is Jason Dunn. In motion is Poppleton, and Poppleton has the ball turning the corner with blockers in front, inside the 25, and that's about it. Getting a lot of help as he turns that corner from the right guard. It's a 5-yard line. Receivers split to either side for the Tigers in an unusual set for them tonight. Poppleton again in motion to the left side, and King under center. Takes the snap, and he's going to give it to Radissi, and he goes into the middle and picks up 3 or 4, but a good defensive play by one of the Meinhardt boys, Brian, makes it. And you got to figure no matter what happens here, they're going for it on fourth down anyways. Brinkley to the right side in 2-down territory. Here's King with the keeper to the left side, puts his head down inside the 20 and down to the 16. First down, or picked it up. Even a big defensive plays where guys like Brinkle have busted through the line to make a big tackle. Again, a double wing set with Ross split wide to the left side. Now Poppleton in motion. Here's King to pass, looking to the end zone. Throwing downfield, has a man open inside the 10 and driven out of bounds, but not after he makes the catch. I think it's just Dave Craig. Love is the lone setback, and here's King. He's going to give it to Love into the line, and he's dropped for a loss back to the 10-yard line. R.J. Brinkle fires through and makes the hit. Second down and goal from the 10. Justin Ross is split wide to the right side. And here comes the handoff to Poppleton, turning the corner, is hit and drops as he crosses the 10. Doug Pugliese fires in underneath to knock him off balance. Butler. They have Ross and Brinkley split wide to the right. Third and long, and here's King to pass. Here comes Barty behind him. King rolling to his right, looking to the end zone, and he will go in. Eric King from 8 yards, 7 yards out, rolls around the right side. Barty could not catch him. For 2 here, up by 5 right now, looking to make it 7. Back split in the backfield. Here's King. Looking to roll to his left, puts his head down, drives forward, and is stood up by Andy Bolton, will not get in. The 2-point conversion fails, and that's a big break for the Tornado. So with 8:10 to go here in the game, it's North Allegheny 19 and Butler. 64-yard drive for the Tigers. 5 minutes to do. Here's a kickoff for NA. It's a short kick coming to the left side. It's going to be taken by Wild Ball on the run. He's able to pick it up on the bounce. I don't know if that was Wild or not. Amazing that he even held onto the ball. He ran from about the 10-yard line up to, I think, about the 25 where he finally fielded the ball. And he actually tried to go. 2 receivers left, and here's Nye looking to pass again. Looking in trouble, and down he goes at the 24-yard line. Jason Meyer makes the tackle. And that's a case where it looked like he had a lot of pressure that much. Just not real familiar with that situation. So second down, a long way to go for the Tornado. I formation, splits either side of receivers, and the handoff up the middle to Vardy. Goes nowhere to the 20. Well, he'll get to the 25, which basically one receiver to the right side. I formation. Here's Nye back to pass again. Here comes pressure, throwing deep downfield. There's Tim Lay. Lay makes the catch across midfield into Tiger territory at the 45-yard line.
What a catch by Tim Lay. This young man has really improved from the first game when he had a couple misses, but this is a great catch.
Third line. I formation, 6:12 to go. Butler trailing by 5. Here's Nye in the handoff to Vardy into the line. Finds a hole and has yardage. Inside the 45 to the 42-yard line. And you know it's to the left side. He's been the key guy for Butler tonight. 2 touchdown receptions for Brad Morrow. Here's Nye with the snap and the handoff to Vardy into the line. Holds his feet and comes across the 35 to 30. The 25 back inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line goes Randy Vardy in a great run.
Boy, and just when you need it to, that's that quick trap inside. I was watching it, and they had 8 men on the line of scrimmage at time, 3 men deep, and as Randy got through that initial wave,
backs Vardy and Savannah split in the backfield. Here's Nye to pass, throws down to the field. He has Morrow inside the 10, inside the 5, and down to the 2-yard line.
Boy, Morrow has been elusive tonight when he caught that ball. It's only about a 5-yard catch. He comes back across the center, Scott. I mean, this guy is playing big-time football now. He steps out of 2 or 3 plays, and now Brad Morrow with a great catch across the middle.
First and goal from the 2 for the Tornado. Here's Chad Nye, flags fly. Somebody move, and it may have been cost Butler a dear 5 yards. It will. They'll move it on.
No, it's Kent Hay.
Receivers to the right side. First and goal from the 1. Chad Nye under center. I formation, puts his head down and drives forward.
I think he got it.
Butler says he does. The officials have not indicated. Yes, he does.
Yeah, all right, Chad Nye. Here we go. Scott and I were just talking
game and lots of time with the way North Allegheny plays.
Yeah, we've got to be careful we don't get too
plenty of time to go. Butler will go for 2. Why not? I formation, 2 receivers to the right side. Nye sets his team in motion as Pugliese to the left side. Here's Nye rolling right, looking, flags fly, throws into the end zone for Pugliese. It's overthrown, but let's wait and see what the flag's about. Do as you take away the field goal attempt for NA for the tie. The 2 points doesn't do you. Liparillo set to kick, and here we go. It's a line driver down the field. It's going to be picked up by Radissi at the 10-yard line. Up across the 20 to the 25, and then dropped right there in a nice tackle by the Golden Tornado. See who made that tackle, and give some credit where credit's due.
We didn't have much time left. I wish we had like 15 seconds instead of 4:15.
Again, the wing set, and Radissi comes in motion, and King to pass, rolling to his right side. Right, tries to turn the corner. There's Vardy again, and will run him out of bounds at about the 32-33-yard line.
King is surprisingly fast, though, Scott. You know, you watch him, and it's because that
receivers to the left side, 2 backs in the backfield for Eric King, the quarterback for the Tigers, and he hands off to Poppleton around the corner, and Poppleton looks like he has yardage for the first down across the 32. And here's King to pass. Here comes pressure, throwing deep downfield. And the pass was intended for Justin Ross, but Ross tried to cut back in at Karen Hole, and everybody's caught. The Tigers have only had the lead for a couple of minutes and just gave it away. Second down and 10, and Poppleton in motion again, and the handoff goes to Radissi, and he gets to the 39-yard line.
Tornado really popping in there now. I watched Andy Bolts and Chris Morrow close on Radissi as he came back across the middle.
39-yard line with just over under 3.5 to go. Here comes Radissi in motion to the right side, and King back to pass. Looking, rolling right, throws, fires out here, has a man open, and it's caught for a first down inside midfield and into Butler territory by Doug Brinkley, who's really made some big catches tonight. Not many. He's on the field, has to get Chad Nye off, and he gets there. Tigers, King to pass. Looks, throws over the middle, has a kid. Brinkley open, inside the 40, and down to the 33-yard line.
Tornado was trying to come down the last tick.
Craig split wide to the right side. And here's Craig under center. Takes the snap, and then Poppleton give off the left side. Inside, and he'll pick up a couple inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Goes Justin Ross, and Radissi is in a slot to the left side as Butler sets up defensively to wait for Craig's 2nd and 6 play. And the handoff goes to Bob, who is hit by Meinhardt, breaks the tackle and gets forward to the 27.
Oh, I tell you, Brian Meinhardt.
And again, they'll send Doug Brinkley. He's the money man, Mr. Clutch right now for the Tigers, out to the right side. The lone setback is Love. In motion is Radissi. Here comes King. He puts it away himself, dives forward, and the dive will get him the first down.
It's been King all night for them. Anytime you
again. 2 receivers left. This time Butler will pick them both up. King hands off to Love, and he goes in. No, hands off to Radisky. Almost broke it inside the 20 and down to the 18. Since the opening play, there has not been a dull moment in this one. Here come the Tigers, second down and 5. King hands off to Radisky. Inside the 20, inside the 15, and down to the 11-yard line. Another Tiger first down, and we're under a minute to go. 4:27 left to go in the game to take the lead. And the Tigers are, Brinkley and Craig go to the left side on 1st and 10. Watch Ross roll from the 11. Here's King rolling to his left side, looking to the end zone, looking, jumping out of the end, wide open. Touchdown, David. His second touchdown tonight, and the Tigers take with a 2-point conversion now. Receivers to the left side, that's David Hilton, and why not? He's done everything else tonight. Here's King on the keeper, will turn the corner, and he won't get in. He tries to lay it over his shoulder into the end zone, but it won't go, and what they have to do is get the ball into the end zone, and they can win this one with 40 seconds remaining. Key in this one so far, but they have come back a couple times. With 40 seconds to go, who knows? Justin Ross to kick. And I'm sure this one won't go very far in the air. On the ground, taken by the upback. It's Wild Paul. He runs to the sideline. Tries to get out of bounds and does at the 30. So Butler, 70 yards away. They're off the ball, 25 yards. 2 receivers to the right side and Nye back to pass. Looking downfield, under pressure, runs up, now decides to keep it and runs it out of bounds short of the 40 at the 38. I formation. And here's Nye again back to pass. Looking, throwing downfield as a man open. It's Morrow, and he gets out of bounds shy of midfield to the 48. Picks up the first down and stops the clock. And with 2 timeouts remaining, that's the critical number right now. Here's Nye back to pass again. Looking, throwing down over midfield. It's almost picked off. He was thrown into traffic, and boy, right straight down the field had to go in order to try to win this one. Receivers split to either side. Again, the eye set. Nye back to pass. Looking, throwing. Over the middle, it's short, and it short hops Carangola. At the Tigers will become 13 seconds. Here's Morrow back to pass. And the pass is thrown out for Carangola again. It is incomplete. Intended for Morrow. Battles outside. Now, let's see what's in the playbook. Here's Nye to pass. Looking, throwing deep downfield for Morrow. And it hits up in the air, and as time expires, and the game will come to a close. The Golden Tornado, in a valiant effort tonight, come up on the short end of the stick, and the North Allegheny Tigers win the game 25-20 with a scoring drive that ends it at 40 seconds remaining. The Tornado just couldn't come back, but another great game in a thriller between the Tigers of North Allegheny and the Butler Golden Tornado. We'll be back here to North Allegheny to recap this one right after these messages.